Hi, and welcome to the Arts District podcast. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Georgia.
And we're on episode 24 this week.
Yeah. Next week I'm going to have to do 2.5 cupcakes.
If you're feeling adventurous, go for it.
Well, I've got the animation now. I just have to plop it in. So.
Nice. That's easy.
Mm-hmm. For future anniversary episodes.
Yeah, well, maybe we should just wait till 30. It's really only 5 weeks away.
Okay.
Well, I guess 6.
6.
All right, so today's episode might be kind of fast. It's kind of self-indulgent for me. My notes weren't too thorough. Just talking about some things that are pretty close to me, so yeah.
I'm going to talk about a couple things that are going on in Toronto and then briefly mention a couple things that I've been doing.
Nice. Oh, I wanted to tell you something. Did you know Miranda July is releasing a book?
I heard something
Came out
about
this
that.
month.
Oh, it's out? Okay.
Yeah, it's called The First Bad Man. I was reading Chatelaine this morning, and I saw it at the bottom of the page. I'm like, oh my gosh, Georgia likes Miranda July.
Okay, cool.
And I was surprised that you hadn't pre-ordered it or anything.
Oh, I know. I failed her.
Yeah.
My idol. Though if she's in Chatelaine, she's gotten pretty mainstream.
Yeah. They showed a picture of her, too. Not what I was expecting her to look like.
Oh,
she had
she's
really cool hair.
Quirky looking, yeah.
And I started reading the Amy Poehler book, Yes Please, that Georgia lent me last week. And it's really funny, considering I know nothing about her, and the only things I've seen Amy Poehler in is, like, Baby Mama and Mean Girls.
Right.
It's totally a book that anybody can just pick up and read because it's funny and relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're waiting for a second opinion to go buy it, you can now go buy it. Yeah. You have the thumbs up of approval.
Mm-hmm. So good.
Yeah. So, what do you want to talk about first?
You do your thing.
Okay. All right, so I'll get right to the music part, I guess, even though I always just talk about music. The band that I'm talking about this week is my sister's band, WinnieBrave. I've talked about them or mentioned them in various episodes in the past, whether I was playing with them for a show or there was something going on with them. But I never have really told you about the music or how long they've been around and the different installments and whatnot. So yeah, I'm going to talk about WinnieBrave today. So like I said, it's my sister and her husband. They are the founding 2 members that are always in the band. They just recently, like within the past year, started playing mainly as a duo. Before WinnieBrave, it was like they were called Hey Amy, and before Hey Amy, they were called the Gnomes, and I think before the Gnomes, it was just Amy solo.
Okay.
There might have been another name change in there. They seem to change their name quite frequently, but they are pretty stuck on WinnieBrave, so that's what they're going with now. But in the past, they always had other band members, usually another guitar player and a drummer. But now, being the duo, they just play kind of Americana, alt-country music with Amy singing and playing acoustic guitar and Brad, her husband, playing bass. And he's like concocted this weird setup where he's got like a synth. Oh. And then behind him, he's got a suitcase that's got a kick pedal attached to it so he can use it as like a drum, and there's a little tambourine thing on top, so it like kind of makes like a like drum sounds.
Neat.
Nothing too in depth or anything, but it really adds a lot to the sound. Like when you're listening to them, it sounds like there's a full band playing, but it's just 2 people up on stage, which is really cool. They are playing constantly. Like, it really blows my mind how many gigs they get. If you go on their website, which is winniebrave.com, and it's a really cool website, so you should just go check it out. There's a list of shows, and guaranteed, like, every other weekend, if not every weekend, they're playing. And all around central Ontario, they play in Peterborough sometimes, up and around Midland, Barrie. They've played in Hamilton before. They play in Toronto frequently. Not so much Aurelia anymore. They've kind of exhausted the bars there, even though because there's only like one bar that you can really play at. Yeah. Every Tuesday night, they have like this residency at this place in Gravenhurst called the Orin Paddle, and it's Spaghetti Western Tuesdays where you can go and get an all-you-can-eat bowl of spaghetti, and it's
gosh.
like, it's big. I went on Tuesday with my mom, and really good, awesome environment, totally Muskoka.
Cool.
And it's only $9.99, and you get to hear WinnieBrave. So if you have a Tuesday night off, go to Gravenhurst for that. Their next show is in Thornbury, February 6th. I've never been to Thornbury, but I'd like to go to the cider brewery thing there. Yeah. The cidery.
I think that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, Thornbury has the best cider.
Yeah, we
like Strongbow.
In the summertime, we're big Thornbury fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry. So the place that they're playing at, that's February 6th at the Bruce Wine Bar. And then on the 7th, they're playing at Silversmith Brewery in Niagara-on-the-Lake. I've never even heard of Silversmith Brewery.
Yeah.
But I bet it's good. There's another brewery up there that they play at, and they have a couple more dates coming up this year. It's Oost Brewery in Niagara-on-the-Lake, and their beer is really good. So I know they're playing on my birthday, April 10th. So come on, celebrate my birthday and listen to WinnieBrave. Yeah, so they just last year, I can't remember, I think it was early on in the year, they released the WinnieBrave self-titled CD, record, whatever you want to call it. And it's really good. And I'm not just saying that because I sang on it. It's really good. So I definitely recommend you go check it out. I know they have it up on Bandcamp. So if you go on their website, there'll be a link to their Bandcamp and you can go buy it. Or you can go to one of their shows and buy a t-shirt and a CD and go all out. And yeah, so I'm going to pick a song from that CD to play. I think either Memphis or Tennessee. I like both of those ones, but I like them all. But I haven't decided which song to play yet, so it's going to be a surprise. Yeah, so I think that's all I should say. Can you think of anything to add about WinnieBrave?
They're really good.
Yeah.
I've heard them a few times, and yeah.
Yeah, they're always playing. Our area, like Simcoe County, is doing this reality kind of show, kind of similar to American Idol, where they have judges voting on people singing. Have you heard about this? It's through Rogers. It's called Local Live, and not really to do with WinnieBrave, but my sister auditioned, and the judges loved her, and like they just kept like fawning over her kind of thing, and so. This Sunday, I don't know what channel it's on. It's like on the local Rogers channel, I would assume. That's when they're doing the voting. You can vote online. So we'll put the link in for the description so that you can go. Voting starts at 9, I think. So yeah, please exhaust the Amy McIsaac votes. And hopefully she'll advance to the next round.
Yeah, that's cool. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Yeah, just a little show, but... still cool. They've never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
I think the winner, or like they go on to do like this thing at the Opera House where they play with a band, and and whoever wins gets, I don't know what they get.
Exposure.
Yeah. I can't remember. But yeah, I really didn't do a whole lot of research this week. So.
Sorry, are you done with that?
Yeah, here's a clip of WinnieBrave. Hope you like it.
But I'm just as ramshackled and split at the seams, running low on gasoline and faded dreams.
I just want to mention one thing. I haven't looked into this because, again, my research is a little light this week as well. But you were talking about a bunch of independent breweries.
Yeah.
And have you heard about the LCBO was controlling independent breweries and like not carrying certain ones in the LCBO?
I've been seeing things pop up in my news feed about the LCBO opening up like stocks or something too
Yeah, I
at
think
craft breweries.
yeah, craft breweries can now or soon like buy into the beer store so that they can be part owners, which allows them to have their stock in all of the locations and
Right.
something like that. But like essentially the LCBO was trying to control everything too much to the point where like they weren't carrying certain people's stuff.
It becomes
And-
a popularity contest.
Yeah, and then that means people have like totally revolted, and
Yeah.
potentially there's potential for like the LCBO to like go under and like
I think
be
it should.
sold in like convenience stores.
Because only in Ontario is it like that. You go outside and you can buy beer like anywhere. They have like
Not
liquor
just
stores and stuff.
Ontario.
The Liquor Control Board of Ontario, that's what the
Yeah, I
LCBO
know,
stands
but,
for.
like,
So
I
it's
know
only
in
in
Quebec you
Ontario.
can-
There's only LCBOs here.
But do they control it in other provinces? Like I know in Quebec you can get alcohol in like wherever, but is it just Ontario where you can only buy it in certain stores?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
But it seems to have started to expand because there's like the LCBO, there's the beer store, but there's also those wine rack stores now.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that.
So
But I know a lot of the craft breweries were saying like, well, we've gone this long without being a part of that. Like, and they're getting stronger. So
yeah.
a lot of them were like, no, whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, and a cool new thing about craft breweries, I was reading about yesterday. Nickelbrook has partnered with Collective Arts Brewery, which is based in Toronto, and they are taking over the old Lakeport Brewing building that was downtown Hamilton on the Lakeshore. They've taken over that, and they have started building this like huge 50,000 square foot brewery. Where 10,000 square feet of it's going to be like a art gallery and live music venue.
Cool.
I know, and I was so excited. I sent them my resume. I'm like, please hire me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to work here. I want to be your live music person.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because it's in Hamilton. It'd be perfect, and I love craft beer. So that's going to be called Arts and Science Brewing
Okay.
Limited or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, there's very little about it online right now, just like a press release and stuff, but it should be opening in April. That's what I read. So
That's awesome.
yeah, really looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. There was something I thought I was about to say. Oh, Hamilton. How's the Junos thing going? Have you heard anything about the song contest?
So the deadline for the song contest is January 31st.
Okay.
So I won't hear anything until after that, which means you still have like a week and a bit to get your songs in if you haven't yet submitted. And I think they announce like, what are the people that qualify? What are they called? I don't know, final contestants or whatever.
Yeah.
On like February 12th or something like that.
Okay.
So
when are the Junos?
they're in March. I don't know
Okay.
the exact date. I want to say March 9th.
So, but then they're looking back on 2014.
Yeah, so it's like it has to fall within a certain year period, and I don't know when the start and end date is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because
it's like albums released between this date and this date.
Okay, interesting. Because I was wondering, because like this is sort of award show.
Yeah,
season,
Grammys are coming
right?
up.
So I was like, when are the Junos? And now March seems really far away from 2014. March is like well into 2015.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
No,
if it's not
it's still
to do
early
with,
enough,
yeah, I guess.
yeah.
Anyway, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Little tangent. Hope you liked the WinnieBrave song, by the way.
Yeah, and they're all over social media and stuff. Like
Yeah, they got Instagram, Twitter,
Yeah.
Facebook. Just
All
search
that
WinnieBrave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I will get into what I'm going to talk about today, which is the Toronto Design Offsite Festival. If I was better organized, I would have visited some things this week, but it's been a little hectic and I didn't get a chance. So it is on 19th to the 25th, but a bunch of the exhibitions run over. So if you check out the website, which has a ton of exhibitions and there's some talks and stuff going on, they've got dates for the exhibitions that run, like a bunch of them run into February and stuff. So yeah, I found their website in terms of the schedule kind of tricky to navigate because it's in like 3 columns, and it's like talks and exhibitions, and there's like window gallery exhibitions, like storefront windows are taken over as exhibitions. But trying to navigate what's on through the whole week and what's not was kind of tricky. What's better and easier to follow is the app. There's actually an app, and it is capital T-O space capital D-O. And then I think it's list. It's like to-do list. I think I searched like to do Toronto design, and it popped right up in the App Store. So that was really good for navigating. And you could like, it was a really good app for a festival. Yeah, it's free, and navigating it was really easy, and you could select things, and then it would give you the description and sometimes photos for the event, and then the location would show up in maps and stuff. Mm-hmm. Fabulous app for an event.
Apps are cool. It's weird to think we lived without them like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I guess a little longer than 5 years, but...
And funny that an app like that can be better than the website itself.
Yeah.
So a couple things I wanted to mention about it is like it's throughout the city. There's loads of events. I think I'm gonna go to a couple tomorrow. We're filming on Friday this week. Which is
it's
like
Friday right now.
Early for us.
Yeah.
So I might go to some. Game. Yeah. Except we didn't do our research.
No, totally slacked this week.
Yeah. Anyway, I might go to some tomorrow and then potentially talk about them next week, even though, well, some of them will still be running. Anyway. Yeah, OCAD's got a show of student furniture.
That's cool.
Yeah, at the OCAD Student Gallery, so that's neat. Like, I don't know how often furniture gets exhibited, you know, and it should, because it's design, and it's part of our lives.
Like Eliza.
Yeah.
Our friend Eliza is in Germany right now doing like a student exchange thing.
Yeah.
And she's taking like industrial design.
Yeah.
And then just on Instagram the other day, she posted this little tiny chair that she made, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I would love to be a furniture designer and like work for a place like IKEA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's nice to like celebrate that and think of new ways that we can make things like chairs and tables and...
I made my headboard.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is a pretty good accomplishment for me.
It's very nice.
Yeah, I like it. One of a kind.
Yep. Yeah, so not really a part of, but kind of linked with the Toronto Design Offsite Festival is the Interior Design Show, which is also happening this weekend. I think it was like started Thursday, and then Friday was Industry Day, and then it's like general admission Saturday, Sunday, and I think Sunday might be more of like the home and garden thing. Anyway, I might go to that. It's like $20.
Oh.
Children under 12 are free. Can't pass for under 12 anymore. Maybe there's a student discount. I didn't see anything like that. Yeah. I think I remember going to the home and garden show as a kid too. And even kind of enjoying it then.
Yeah.
Probably just because it was really busy.
I always liked the one-of-a-kind craft show.
I don't know if I've ever actually been to that.
Oh, we should go. I don't know when it is, but we should go.
Let's look it up. Yeah. So that's what I have to say about that.
I just have one more thing. So, when I found out or figured out when and that I was moving to Hamilton, I had all these ideas because Hamilton's like in this new like wave of awesomeness and rebuilding and good ideas and interesting people coming there, like myself. So yeah, I was like brainstorming all these cool things I could start, and this idea that I had that I ended up calling Steel City Sound was this music initiative, just for myself to help me get more involved with the local music scene, and just to help others out, because I know there's so many talented people in Hamilton, and some of them might not know like what to do next for themselves. So it was I just thought it'd be cool to start something to help out local talent in surrounding area. I've been using my sister's band WinnieBrave as kind of my first project. Just reaching out, trying to find them gigs, and giving them advice for certain things. So
Cool.
yeah, so I have a website that you can check out. It's steelcitysound.ca, and I have Facebook and Twitter at SCS_music, I think it is.
Nice.
I don't post on there as often. I just find Twitter like so not user friendly. I just don't like using it, but I do have Twitter.
It's easier to use when you get into like something like TweetDeck or Hootsuite, where you can manage a bunch of social media accounts.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can just write one post and then make it post to like everything.
Yeah, I used to be able to do that. Then I took it off because I was like, well, I don't want everything I post to go on Twitter, and now I want to set it back up for this, and I can't figure out how to do it. So, yeah. But anyways, you can check it out if you're interested in seeing upcoming opportunities for songwriters or, people maybe looking for openings for gigs. I haven't had one of those yet, but you never know. I wanted to set up like a classified section, kind of like Kijiji, where people could send in what they were looking for if they're looking to put together a band or something. And then I would organize it and kind of like matchmaking, like put people together.
Cool.
Or just leave it up so that they could reach out to other people themselves, but haven't done that yet. And I'm thinking about starting a bi-weekly song circle at my house.
Nice.
Just starting out by invite only with a couple of my songwriter friends to see how it works and if people are interested. And then if it ever got to the point where more people were interested, like I could find a space that would let me host it. I'd really like to do that. But
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
so those are some of my 2015 goals, ideas. I always have so many ideas, and like I'll get started because I like the startup process, and then I get not bored, but like I get distracted by other new startup things. I never really end up finishing anything, which is bad. But this podcast has been good for me.
Yeah. Settle into a routine.
Yeah, helps when you have someone else doing it with you too. But yeah, so that was my project, Steel City Sound.
Very cool.
Yeah.
This week I was in Guelph for an evening, Saturday evening. I went to an opening at the Zavitz Gallery on campus, which is pretty much primarily student shows on at the University of Guelph. I had a couple friends doing a show. But yeah, everyone I was talking to, I was like, well, my friend Lauren is in Hamilton, and Hamilton is like up and coming in the art scene, so I'm just saying, if you're gonna settle somewhere, you should just maybe move to Hamilton.
It's probably the best idea.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get everybody there
on your mission to get all arts people to Hamilton.
I need more friends. I need my people.
Yeah.
You'll be next.
Okay.
George is gonna relocate.
And I'll also work at that brewery. I'm like...
Yeah, you can do the art gallery part.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, if I get in, I'll totally get you in.
Yeah. I'll send them my resume.
Do it. Like, I'm relocating to Hamilton, and I'm an art student.
Yep.
With awesome ideas.
Yeah.
We could totally be the head of the music and arts section thingy. My gosh. Be the best.
Yep.
We could broadcast from there. Okay,
We have
just more ideas.
Yeah.
Always thinking.
Yeah. We have such a bright future ahead of us.
Maybe the brewery will watch this and they'll be like, we need those girls.
Yeah. They seem fun and talented and educated in their fields.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Just like we're going to have this podcast bought by PBS. Funded by PBS.
You never know. Dream big. It could happen. Just saying.
But don't just dream it. Positive action.
And work hard. Stick to your guns.
So, a bit of a shorter episode for this week.
Bit of a Ramblin episode.
Yeah, kind of different than our usual planned thing.
We're allowed one like that every once in a while.
Yeah, and this is episode 24, so next week will be a good episode for 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, any last minute ideas? Notes? No? Any music events going on this weekend that I can think of?
I saw a couple things happening on Blog.to, like the Toronto.
Yeah, I should start checking those.
There's a couple things that are like dinner with musicians or something.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
If you're interested, you can Google it yourself.
Wow, we are so good at informing people with the facts of things.
Usually I am. Ray Morris' album Unguarded comes out on Monday. Looking forward to that.
Cool.
Can't wait. Yeah, so that's it for our episode 24 of the Arts District podcast.
See you next week for 25.
Yep. Bye.